Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Mike is in Phoenix up next. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hello, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for taking the call. Like listening to you guys, and I'm surprised I got a call in, or was able to get accepted. So that's cool.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So throughout my life, been a pretty good saver. Followed Dave Ramsey's path and was at baby step 4, but currently it's not looking good. Purchased a house last year, and I found out that it's filled with mold, and it's pretty bad as far as options. So right now, my family, we're looking at possibly having to walk away from the home just because kind of ran out of options. And just, I love listening to you guys all the time, so just figured, maybe they might have some advice on maybe some next steps to take.
What are your current walkaway options? What does that look like?
Short sale. Just because, foreclosure would be an option too, but short sale is definitely a better option from what
How much damage is it? What is the? Are you getting quotes on what it would take to remediate or fix it?
That's correct. Yes, it's pretty extensive. It is. I'd be so underneath, upside down in the house if I were to do the repairs.
Is it everywhere? Tell me, paint the picture.
Yeah, it is everywhere. We do suspect that there was fraudulent activities going on in the home prior. It was hidden pretty good. Not pretty good, actually hidden really well.
And you've got a professional mold inspection already done?
Correct, and a hygienist. And, I did all the proper precautions pre-purchasing the home. And the home inspector found a minor spot, in an area that wasn't even in that general vicinity. So, that's kind of, sometimes you'll find that with purchases. So, you figured, all right, that's not, we could deal with that. But then after moving in the house within just a few weeks, and things started to show up, that weren't in the area of concern, and just started getting real concerned. So that at that point, we, had a mold remediation company come out and do an invasive inspection, just because home inspections are non-invasive.
Yeah,
as I learned,
So you're telling me though the seller knowingly concealed this mold problem and provided false information.
That's what we're suspecting.
If that's the case, I would be going to a real estate attorney. I think you could have a case here. What did they say?
We've already gone down that path. And then the other thing is just my concerns. Like I want to speak with you guys in regards to more information. I've just been kind of nervous just because there is a process that I have gone down some of the routes that you just discussed. So that's one of the things that I don't want to say the wrong thing, or what I mean, and that kind of
sure. I don't think you have any recourse here except legal recourse.
Right.
I'd rather you fight this thing, and in the meantime, you're going to have to find a different living situation. I wouldn't be living in that house with my family.
Right. Yeah.
But I would be looking at all the options and seeing your legal rights are going to be the big piece of this equation to see if they'll, compensate to basically gut this home and do the mold remediation.
Right. And just for buyers, I really am. I'm a nervous buyer now. Like buying the next home is so nerve-wracking.
Oh yeah, you got some trauma now.
Well, but let me say this: I ran into a situation with our current home, and it was a crazy situation. We were just doing some basic remodeling and found a wall with a good amount of mold on it, and it was coming from an area off of the roof that had not been flashed properly. And so once we figured it out where it was coming from, then we're able to address the situation. And it costs a lot of money. I mean, it nowhere near what you're dealing with. But speaking to you moving forward, I mean, a really good inspector, and you're checking for it. Mold comes from water. So where was the water coming from? And you've got some experience now. So,
oh yeah, and it's from fraudulent activities too. We suspect that it's not a natural experience that homes go through.
What does that mean?
Catch my drift.
Or are they
No,
like
we
growing
don't know
drugs
what
in
you
there?
mean. Are they spraying the walls on purpose? I don't understand what that means.
So as far as what we suspect is, growing.
Okay, so they have. It's not a greenhouse, but they were treating it like a greenhouse and extra moisture
There
to
you
grow
go.
illegal. Okay,
Yeah,
There
that's
you go.
That's what we're suspecting.
all right then. So my friend, let's focus on the future here. That's
All right. I need the future, like
Yeah.
my future self.
Let me tell you something. You have all the evidence in the world from these remediation companies that there is mold all over the place. You absolutely have got you find the right lawyer who sees the basic evidence as we've heard it, and they get rewarded. When you get rewarded, I would absolutely get a bulldog on this and fight it.
I need yeah.
All right,
A
then.
lot of what I've been learning, it's not pro bono, too. That's the other thing.
Nobody said pro bono.
Do you have money to
But
pay for a lawyer?
Personal injury lawyers get paid on the back end of situations, and so I guarantee you can find a lawyer who goes, "We got something here, and I'm gonna take these clowns to the bank, and I'll get paid nicely."
Yeah.
You
The other
sound
thing
like
is
a
that-
wounded dog, and I get it.
Oh yeah.
But
for
listen,
sure.
but Mike, you got to fight for this.
I do.
You don't-
definitely have to.
You don't have any other
on.
option. Don't take it laying
don't.
down. You were a victim here. Go find a lawyer who sees it and is going to go to the mat for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the total mold remediation cost?
Oh, that's hefty. We're looking at about over three. That's just remediation. That's not rebuild.
Over $300,000?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's we're not going to do that. What's the house worth?
I don't know if I believe that.
1.1.
It's worth 1.1. It's a
What?
big place,
Yeah.
and it's totally covered in mold. They found it in every wall.
And infested.
Oh gosh. So they're
Yeah.
basically rebuilding this house from scratch, it sounds like.
It's like bulldozer time.
Golly. Yeah, I would fight this. This is big enough that it's not it's a stupid tax. We're just going to pay it. There's no way.
Right.
Who are do you
That's
know
what I was
do you know the previous owners?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Are they reputable people like out there in the community and this was a side thing?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, probably not.
They're not.
Probably not. I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well,
Probably
but I
not.
mean, that's my point is if we pursue suing them, like, can they even come up with it?
Exactly. That's what I'm dealing with too. That what I've heard is that I put a lien on, their home, and as you guys know, being well versed in finances and mortgages and homes and such, the mortgage company gets first. So
They're
what
getting
comes
paid before you do, man.
next, that is it.
Oh.
Lien hold, so-
Mike, I'm so sorry you're going through this, man. This is just a bummer all around. We are not lawyers, but I hope you find a bulldog and you fight this thing and you call us back with some good news, man. We are wishing the best for you in this mold situation.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.